When I went up to sign my name, it looks like he had ran out and started his name. So it just said Wang McCarty.
That's Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Josh Mills and Wayne McCarty, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends and lore and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. How are you, best friend? You doing good?
Oh my gosh, I have been better.
Tell me about it.
But I think like peak for me was day one of age 8.
Come on, I remember that.
I got this hockey thing that just had a big fan on it, and I would play in the garage by myself in the dark.
Yeah, so you would strike the puck and it blows it back to you, and you just back and forth volley with
Something like that. It's like air hockey, but the problem with air hockey is you got to put air on the whole table.
Come on, right.
When it's air puck, you just got to put air on the puck, dude.
And you've been saying that, but dude, a lot of people don't know this about you. You were actually decently recognized in the street hockey league for a bit. You did well for yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean the puck was as big as a pancake.
Come on, which is subjective, isn't it?
I could hit that from a quarter mile.
Speaking of quarter mile, we're back in school. If you have kids or you are a kid, you're back in school, and we kind of themed this episode around that because we got really angry at traffic last week and decided to write 90 minutes about it.
Yeah, and sorry. Like, congrats and sorry.
Yeah.
You're back in school.
Dude, here's the thing. If you're in high school listening to us, well done. You're a cool kid. If you're in middle school, it's touch and go. If you're in elementary, just sign off. Like don't listen to it's. That makes us uncomfortable if I'm being real with you. You can't be.
Can I ask a personal question here in the cold open?
To the children or to myself?
Everyone.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you remember Channel 1, and can we be the Channel 1 going forward?
I love Channel 1 News in public school. If you were a private school kid, one thing you missed out on besides drugs and fights, is there was a Channel 1 News, and it was where what was her name?
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu, dude, my first crush.
Angel. Yeah,
100%. I forgot about her.
Talking to Asians.
I'm sorry.
I love Lucy Liu.
Yes, same. And no, Channel 1 News was fantastic. And so if you're listening and you're in school, we are your Channel 1 News now. You get your news from us. Don't listen to your parents. They're lying to you. We're your dads. We're your dads. We tell you what's going on in life.
Two dads is cool.
It's in some states. Josh, I've got a headline for you. I try to beat you to it. The last 3 weeks, Josh has opened the headlines, and I said to him,
I'm used to it now.
I know, and it feels a bit off, but I'll let you go first, man, because you did beat me to the punch fair and square.
I did, and I took a breath. I did an inhale.
I know you did. I thought you were just
trying
to relax.
I'm aged.
What do you mean by that?
Like a steak.
Like a fine wine.
Yeah. And if I procured a child,
okay,
now,
it
would be in elementary school, I assume, in 5 years. When do you hit elementary school?
It varies for everybody. Most folks 5 years.
5 years, okay. So that would make me 72.
Yes.
When my kid hits elementary school,
which is average.
Yeah, and so I found a story about a man that's 68.
Okay.
And he was dropping off his child at an elementary school.
Okay.
So, like, it's nice to know, like, I'm not the only old dad out here.
Right, like someone's pawpaw.
When I decide to have a kid.
Right.
So this guy, he was dropping off his child, and deputies said that the man he dropped off his child at the school and was walking across the crosswalk when he was nearly hit by the old guy. Okay, another man was almost hit by the old guy.
Okay.
So this guy opened up that guy's door and punched him in the chest.
As you do, man.
Stern is like hey, I see what you did here. You almost hit me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you in the chest.
It's an acknowledgement.
The face is like, you can tell someone and there's proof, but the sternum is like, Who's gonna believe you?
The chest punch is a bit insulting. I think because I'd rather take one on the chin and go down like a man than get punched in the chest and then do what? You know what I mean? Like, because if they get you right here on the diaphragm, it could cause you to wheeze. Like you know what I mean? Like it could be really
yeah,
embarrassing.
No, it was like a heart stopper.
Mm,
Like that was the goal, to stop the man's heart.
come
Right?
on, Almighty, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this old guy, he got arrested.
But here's
You can't punch people, apparently.
But let me just spell this. Let me just paint this for a second. This guy just happens. The elderly folk is walking across the crosswalk. This guy kind of zooms by, and he walks up to his car, opens the door, and punches. That is a boss move. That's a move you can only do at that age. I think when you've been.
Yeah, and he did do the old man move of grabbing the. He also grabbed the shirt and the collar.
Oh, why
I've
yada?
never seen a young person do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he grabbed the shirt and the collar, and then he said, "Don't speed," and then he punched him. And it might have happened in a different order or in a completely different way, but the end result is the same.
The end result's the same. The guy's not going to speed anymore. I'll tell you that much. Which is, I
That's
mean,
the truth. You get
safer
punched
for
in the
everyone.
chest, you gonna go round 2 with this guy?
Well, and also think about elementary schools. You know, the folks who are operating those crossways are usually the eldest children. Those are like 5th graders who are wearing the sashes.
I had that orange sash
Were you a patrol?
for like a month, and then I got
Academic
it's
probation.
a whole. There was an internal struggle, and I shouldn't have let someone cross when I did.
Mm,
And it's politics at that level.
I get you. It is a high level politics. I got a headline that's similar. The headline, I'm just going to read it to you verbatim and then tell you about it. It says, mostly naked Florida man accused of spreading poop during a school break-in.
You had me at naked, you lost me at poop.
Yeah, most folks. Listen. So this is imagine going back to school, right? And you're
Ugh.
already upset. I remember it like it was yesterday, dude. Like the bedtime changing.
Okay, like I'm a detective and I need to like get in with the youth. Is that what you're asking?
Well, no. No. Like you're a child and you're going back to school, and your first day is already nerve wracking. You go in, you have a new teacher, new friends, whatever, and then you notice that there's stuff that's smeared all over the school. Now, the reason why this headline is interesting to me is because in the opening rooms of the school, so like the office, the hallway, all that stuff, there was actual chocolate icing. So chocolate cake icing was the initial thing smeared all over the inside of the walls and the offices.
Is that a theme? Like school's so sweet.
Could be.
The wall. Is that a Willy Wonka thing?
It could be. So this gentleman,
Walls candy.
well, he breaks in the night before and he finds icing. This is real. He finds icing in one of the closets, and he starts spreading the chocolate icing all over the front of the school.
That's a relief.
And then at some point in time, he pivots to number 2. And I want to be careful how often we say that because people can get grossed out. But he pivots to number 2.
Step in here. As an artist, as the most artistic of the two.
Thanks, man, for saying that.
At the mic.
I agree with you.
If I got to paint a wall brown and I ran out of chocolate icing.
Right. You're in a pinch. Yep.
Yeah. Feces is the next option.
Your hands are tied.
Yeah. So this guy decided, let's go all in with feces.
That's where I'm going to be. But imagine the cops coming in, right? So the cops are called almost instantly, and they come in and they go, the first guy walks in, does an initial sniff test and goes, hey, what you got here is chocolate icing. And then he tells the rest of the cops.
They do. Wow.
There it is. There it is.
They do. Because you've seen the cops that have like accidentally tasted the fentanyl.
Yeah.
Had an overdose.
Right.
So I believe it's a sight thing first, and then they
Yes.
go, well, let me taste, see if it's cocaine.
That's right.
So this guy tasted, and he goes, Crocker. That's Mary Crocker.
Chocolate icing, and then he sends the lesser cops. I'm assuming like a captain cop comes in first, and then he sends in the lesser cops and goes, hey, don't worry about it. It's all chocolate icing, but make sure you do the taste test in each room.
Biohazard.
Right.
Every 3 feet, I believe you got to do the swipe.
This is incredibly real. So the cops come in assuming that all of it is chocolate icing until they get further into the school, and then they realize
I don't want chocolate icing anymore.
It doesn't smell like chocolate icing anymore. They
Huh.
whoever this criminal is has adjusted, and so they end up using security
person
cameras.
a criminal?
Obviously, what's that?
Is this person a criminal for decorating for the first day of school?
Yeah, yeah. Because here's the thing: breaking and entering, and then vandalism, and then once
Yeah.
you add the body fluid to it, there's a whole other, like you said,
Oh.
biohazard. Like you're poisoning the children, you're poisoning whatever
What's the mascot?
of
Is it
this
Pooh
school.
Birds?
No, I don't know. I don't know what the mascot is of this school, but this
Oh,
this
'cause you could've just
gentleman
been like
at
alumni.
2:10 a.m., bro. He breaks in. He goes immediately to the home ec room, finds cake frosting in the drawers, begins spreading it all over the school, and then when he runs out, the cameras show that he then participates in some kind of satanic kind of
Fecal
Democrat kind of
display.
like some kind of like thing that, and then starts putting that all over the rest of the school. And then the cops say, on top of all that, that wasn't bad enough. This is a quote, by the way, from the sheriff. If this wasn't bad enough, he also put a stapler in the teacher's toilet and the TV
Rude.
remote.
Okay, that's rude.
That's where you cross the line. I think that's the
Yeah.
point where you're like, this is. At what point is it a prank, and then does it elevate into domestic terrorism? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Because nobody wants their butthole stapled.
come on, that's such
True
a
or
word.
false?
That'll preach, dude. True. Most folks, and I think honestly, dude, I do wonder what the charges would have been had it just been cake icing, and I feel like all the morning shows would have had such a lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah, you don't think they're having fun with this? Feces?
I mean, we sure are. I mean, we cover the stuff that
What's
Bay
the
News 9 won't
motivation,
touch.
At 2 a.m., what's the motivation here?
Come on.
Like, I got to make sure that this school knows, the community supports them.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. But it
Or
calls
was it
in
like a rivalry?
Well, it was a grown man that did it. Like it wasn't like
Yeah, I mean, rivalries go blood deep. You know this.
your blood in, blood out.
Who is your elementary school's rival?
So no lie. So our elementary the rival school was called the Blue Devils. That was the rival.
What did you end up doing to their locker room?
We killed their principal.
Oh wow, thank you. It's nice coming out to an audience.
All right.
Appreciates.
You don't have to lower my self esteem to raise your own. Can I just say that for a second? Like,
I do.
Okay.
It's it is written
since we were kids.
that I have. So this is kind of a relic
Mm-hmm.
from the past. We had a fourth co-host named Greg who passed,
Yep.
and I thought we'd honor him today because
Come on, man.
he had this. I think it's called an effervescence
Yes.
about him,
Yes.
and he would give tips on how to handle things in real life.
Come on.
Hurricanes, Halloween, I think there
Judaism.
was a Christmas one,
Yep.
and miscellaneous.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't my job to go through the whole roster of what Greg taught you, right?
No, Lord,
As
no.
a listener, it's your responsibility to listen. That's
Start
in the
pulling
name.
your weight. Start pulling your weight a little bit, listeners.
Pulling your weight. So I went through the old docs here,
Okay.
and I found that Greg's back to school tips. And I was
Come
like, oh my
on.
goodness.
From the
I
grave,
did a
dude.
little OMG. Yeah, I said OMG. I must not have read these on air. So luckily for us, Greg has broken it down into sections here.
Okay.
We've got first day tips.
First day tips.
We got lunchroom tips.
Okay.
You're not gonna believe this. We got living near a school tips.
That's the one I'm interested in.
Yeah. That one I'll save for last here.
Okay.
Let's start with first day of school, which may have happened in your district. The problem with the first day, and I remember my first day of school, is that you don't know anyone,
Yeah. Speak for
I
yourself.
remember my first day of every grade,
Uh-huh.
and then I got mixed up with the bad boys, usually day 2,
That's right.
and then was under the bleachers making out
Come with the bad boys.
with the bad boys.
Yeah.
The problem is you don't know anyone. You don't know where to go. You don't know where you belong. Everything is confusing, right?
Right.
You're going to be wrong.
Yeah. Come on.
Some part of the day, the first day, you're going to be wrong. You're going to walk into the wrong classroom.
That's
You're
right.
going to be late. And teachers, they are paid to harass you.
Come
and
on.
teach you, but harass you.
Yeah.
Because if you ever seen a what's the teacher's lounge, they're putting little marks up, little checks, like how many students did you get onto today?
That's right. They have a quota.
Yeah, they got a quota. So Greg's tip is have excuses memorized and available in your pockets, right?
Okay.
He says paper copies are best, but if you spent the summer just, slogging around,
Mm.
use that time to come up with some excuses because you're going to need them. He says, like if you're late to class, just say, "Sorry, I'm late. I had to finish taking a crap in the cat box down the hall."
Right. I'm glad you
Dude,
led
that's
with that one.
irrelevant.
That's a good one, actually. Yeah.
Remember that?
I do. And are you suggesting that these children kind of cut these out like on paper and put them in their pocket and just kind of pull it out and kind of open it in front of the teacher, like, and read it that way, or like
Whatever it takes to get away with what you want to get away with.
I was
right?
pooping in the litter box down the hall.
Bingo, baby. And
Right.
maybe you were, depending on your school.
That's how you
Right.
get put in a special class. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
They put you in a.
Well, the next one says, "Sorry, I have a mental disability.
I'm sorry.
I have a mental disability." Because we're no longer putting the diss.
That's great.
Do you remember from our generation, like, "Oh, you got dissed"?
Oh, for sure. Yes, 100%.
It's negative, right? Your
Mostly-
mom was so fat,
mostly by
she
like a-
jumped and got stuck.
That's it. It was always at the mum. It was, and so if you had gay moms, like two moms, then you were getting the double disses, which was like,
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
if you had two gay dads, you were safe.
that's right. Which yeah,
But you couldn't have because you were born. I don't know. I don't know how it all works.
yeah, we'll
So
figure it out.
have that one ready. I have a mental disability.
Okay,
And then when they go, it's a disability, you correct them on their bigotry.
that's great,
baby.
actually.
You turn the tables.
Yeah, on the teachers.
Yep. You go, okay, another one. If you're late, you go, "I may be late, but I'm no longer a virgin." Now this only works grade, I don't know, 8 and up, 9th and up.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
That's
like,
when people stop getting worried, right?
yeah, I mean, like, if you're a cool kid, it could happen sooner than that. But I could see where some
Yeah,
people would
fifth
want
and
to
a
wait till
half
high
grade.
school for sure, 100%.
Summer school for 5th grade for me.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So another one is sorry, I just got bad news. Doc says my pet Carl has either synesthesia or a detached urethra.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, they're running tests.
That's but
And what we know about teachers is they're sympathetic to pets.
right,
Yeah.
but not to kids, which is odd.
No. You gotta blame it on your pet Carl. Doesn't
So-
say what type of pet this is though.
So can we role play one of these? Do you have any more excuses there?
Yeah.
And I'll be the teacher,
hold
you be the kid. You come stumbling in like like you
I
do.
just walked in.
Oh, hey Josh, how's your first day of school? That backpack looks really heavy, bud.
Oh yeah, it's not full of books. It's full of hate crimes.
Okay, see, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, a backpack full of hate crimes is.
Well, I took them from the bad kids, and now I'm carrying them. Let me ask
Isn't-
you a personal question,
Yeah.
Wayne. You've been to a public school.
Mm-hmm.
You've had bomb threats called.
Yes,
Has a school ever exploded that you've known of?
dude, that's a great point. I love where you're going with this. I have never seen a school or read about a school exploding.
Yeah.
If I'm being real with
maybe-
you,
Yeah. Same. I've never. There's so many bomb threats, especially high school.
now
But
this
I've never seen a school explode.
we do a lot of PSAs for the state of Florida. They pay us well for that. Can we do a PSA right now that says if a bomb threat happens at a school, we shouldn't do anything anymore about it? It's a waste of time. I've never seen a school blow
probably
up or
not
even
real.
heard of one blowing up.
Yeah. Who's gonna waste a bomb on a school?
Come on, don't even. I don't. If it
Not
was
me.
no, not me. If it was going to happen to be Y2K era, everything was kind of blowing up around then. But I feel like now it's kind of like we're kind of good. I feel like
Passe.
past that. Let's have our people reach out to DeSantis and see what he feels about that as far as the whole like no bomb threat.
Because like being let out to the high school track and waiting out there for 4 hours.
What's that going to
while
even do?
some German Shepherd smells for bombs,
Yeah.
dude. It's nothing. It's nothing.
No, and I will say this,
I feel like it's a way for cops to go through my backpack.
dude, you're not wrong on that, honestly. And
No.
imagine a cop finds your backpack full of hate crimes. You're screwed.
I am screwed. I have
Tased.
to save them to dispose of them.
Yeah.
What Greg says here is if the energy is lulling after you have come in late, this is where you pull out a new pack of socks and the game Twister,
Come on.
because nothing gets kids going like a pack of fresh socks in the game of Twister.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah. I ask kids, like I stopped them at the bus stop
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I go, you like this backpack of hate crimes or this fresh pack of socks?
they're like, hey,
Twister.
crimes.
Yeah, no. So let's see what the next one is. Lunchroom tips.
Okay.
The problem is you're a kid and you're broke. You remember that era?
I do. You had to make a decision between like erasers and pencils or like food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only had enough cash for one.
Yeah, bingo. The plan: get rich. Greg has here.
That's actually good advice.
Yeah, how? He says simple economics. Economics. He spelled it.
Yeah.
I pronounced it economics.
Yeah.
He says a $3.50 salad bar ticket is only a bargain if you fill up on the right stuff.
Like
He
the
has
meat
here.
and the bacon bits, the cheeses, like you want
Meats and the cheese, yeah.
yeah.
He says lettuce, especially iceberg. What a joke he has written here.
Yeah.
Croutons, that's stale bread. So yeah, you've done the math. Cubed ham is the only path to fiscal responsibility. That's why you're packing it. You're packing it in your pants.
Come on. Are the kids listening to this, dude? Are you guys you gotta
I
be
hope
taking
they're
taking notes, bro, because I do agree about the cubed ham. Josh and I went to a school, this is a true story,
Ugh,
that if they
yeah.
had like chili on Wednesday, then on Thursday for sure you're getting lasagna with like chili beans in it. And then on
Sure,
Friday
start-
you're getting
No. You start the week. Monday's hamburgers.
okay.
And then it slowly dissolves into, a lesser meat form.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
By Friday, it is chili, but I think it's Thursday spaghetti
Hmm.
because if those meat patties don't get formed,
Yeah.
and eat. It's slowly. It's just, it's a terrible. It's a revolving door of meat. They call it.
I want to say something. It is a revolving door of meat, which is how people refer to our studio. Honestly, enough the same way.
On
But
the right night.
our showrunner Luke West, a beautiful human being, has a timer on the screen that starts flashing like a panic button whenever we get
Yeah.
below a certain time.
Or
and when
it's to 4:20 for some reason.
oh yeah, I know, right, dude? It's that drop dead time. But yeah, so lunchroom tips here. That last one with the cube meat and the salad bar, fiscal responsibility, I feel like is the best one so far.
Yeah. Well, you have to have a fence, right, to sell the meat to.
I'm sorry.
And I'm going to speak just from personal experience. Have you heard of meat glue?
Yeah, rumors of Publix using that actually.
Yeah, you can glue meat together and sell it as one.
Mhm.
It's pretty high tech stuff. It's up there with quantum computing.
Yeah.
The last tip is, and I like this one. You Wayne, you pick up a walker, what
Yes,
we
sir.
call them, a white walker.
That's right. Yes, sir. My child from school.
So from middle school, your child doesn't walk home.
Hmm.
They walk to a local establishment where you scoop them.
That's
I don't
right.
want to dox you.
Yeah, we're not gonna
I
say it
don't
on the
wanna dox
air.
you.
We're not gonna say where my child walks to after school, but yeah, but she does walk to a heavily armed police presence,
Yeah.
kind of building.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
And between the school and where you have picked her up, there are houses.
That's right.
Now, if you've ever been to a sporting event, outside of the stadium, there will be houses and they will sell parking.
Come on.
What Greg has here, and I read through it and I thought, okay, finally, 1 out of 50, he's got a good idea here.
Yeah.
Right?
Come on, Greg.
He says, sure, your kids have moved on. They don't talk to you anymore. You bought this house when you had kids and you had a trampoline. Now it's time to make that money. Get that bag, Greg says.
Okay.
Sell a limited quantity, maybe 5 cars, right? You allow 5 cars to park in your yard for $500.
Sounds fair to me.
Do the math. What's more important than time? Can you get time back?
No.
Exactly. Greg says capitalize on that time and get that money, get that back. So if the parent loves spending time with their kid, they will pay the $500 to scoop them right after school.
So they're scooping them from a closer location. That's the pitch,
Closer
right?
location. Yeah,
Is you
got
don't have
it.
to go all the way to the you can pick them from like a stranger's house.
Yeah.
Which honestly, we tell our kids that all
Well,
the
you don't
time.
need to go inside.
Yeah, if you see a house that looks safe on your way home from school, and it's closer for us, go to that stranger's house so we can pick you up.
What are the other options? Waiting in the car line?
So it's hot outside. I don't want to do that.
Dude, how long's the car line? 2 miles?
Dude, 3.5 hours. We leave the house at lunch.
Boom. That's what I'm saying. And that's what Greg's saying. And I like that idea. That's a pretty strong idea.
Can I just say this is the first Greg Tips we've done since he passed away, and it does feel a bit morbid that like we're kind of combing through his journal and
Well, yeah, because he did say, if you're reading this, give me a high five.
sucks, dude. Yeah, one for Greg. So this is the portion of the show where we typically dive deep into Florida history. But tonight, since it is back to school as the theme, Josh and I decided that we were going to tell we're going to tell stories about each other. So we went to high school together. We went to all schools together. But yeah, so no one knows me like Josh. And sidebar, my wife probably knows me a little better, but
Top.
yeah,
What we
right.
call it.
You met me first, and so Josh can tell a story about me that he remembers from high school, probably something really cool and sexy, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to tell a story about him, right from the start
sexy?
here. You're very sexy, hot time. So, we were towards the end of our junior year in high school.
Well, I was
And
1 year older.
he was 1 year older than me. He was that.
Explains my maturity.
Yeah, he was that guy in the hallway that everybody wanted to be friends with. It was sickening, dude. Great hair. He's funny. He was doing cartwheels and stuff
Well,
all the
because
time.
I was doing a lot of shanking and book drops.
That's right.
Everybody loved it, dude.
Yeah, that's right. And shanking with a knife. I think you're talking about something else actually with
Shivving.
shivving. So we had a field day for some reason. That was like at the end of our school, they wanted to do a high school, like a school-wide field day. Imagine
Sometimes teachers want to see you outside sweating.
like physically
right?
active, right? So we're talking running around the gym, around the track. We had to do a tug of war. We had to do like a water balloon toss. It was a field day. You were outside getting sun.
Yeah.
And
You remember how believable it was that like this was important?
they
You
made
gotta
it.
You got to run 20 laps around the gym.
They made
Oh,
it seem like it was make or break. This was like a big deal. The whole
Yeah.
administration's
From
out
that
there.
record.
Yeah, and so we had this field day planned, and they pulled Josh aside. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
They pulled Josh aside, and they go, "Hey, listen, you're a painter. And this is all true. I
Hey,
swear."
Best looking boy, BLB.
BLB, best looking boy. We need you to go to a rival school. This is all true, hand to God. We need you to go to a rival school because they're also doing a field day. It was a weird Florida thing where all the schools were like, get the kids outside. It was whatever. I think George Bush was president at the time, number two.
100%.
And they're like field day. And since the other rival school is doing a field day as well, they're not going to be in their building. And they've got a mural. Don't spoil anything.
Yeah.
They've got a mural in their gymnasium, and we want you to copy it. They're saying this to Josh. We want you to copy this mural, get
It may have been a
inspiration.
national field day.
I think it was like a presidential fitness thing or whatnot. And so Josh immediately was like, "What do you mean I have to miss field day? Like I'm on Wayne McCarty's team. He chose me for like the 40-yard dash and for the caboose on
If
the.
anybody can tug it, Josh can tug it.
That's right, Tug King, and so he was the caboose on my tug of war team as well, and so immediately I'm losing an all-star, and they're like, we need you to go and kind of sketch and etch this rival schools mural, bring it back here, and then we're gonna pay you
Because they had a beautiful mural in their gym.
Wasn't it like it was like an Indian man on like a stallion breaking through the wall? Wasn't that
Yep. Yeah.
And so Josh,
memorize
this is
the
all
book?
true, has to leave, and he's
Yeah.
sad.
American.
He's walking out of the parking lot like
In my own car.
in his own car, and then field day goes on, and he had said to me, "Just let me know what I miss. Let me know what happens while I'm gone."
Yes.
And so this is like 11. You know, this is
What
early
does
in the
Jessica
morning.
Gonzaga show up
Hmm.
when?
Jessica. Cheska was there, and it was so. This is 11th
Yeah.
grade, early in the morning. Sun had just come up, and he leaves to go do this mural. So field day begins. I'm one man short on my team, and a lot of fun's happening, and the excitement is building because we're winning with one man down. So we're like the underdogs. People are going like, oh, this team's got one man down, and they're probably going to win. And all I kept thinking about was Josh is going to come back when it's all said and done, and then he's going to be like, what did I miss? And I got to tell him all these fun things that happened, while he was gone.
Yeah. But
Now-
I still get to celebrate, so I wasn't too down in the dumps because I knew
Right.
you were holding it down.
But this is a day and age where, to our younger listeners, you had to like pay by the minute to text. Like you were texting if it was an
Oh, yeah, we
emergency.
weren't doing that.
And there wasn't there's no smartphone, so you didn't have access to real time news or any kind of information outside of where you were. And so
Like I
Josh
would
is,
watch it.
yeah, he's isolated, no news, no nothing, and he's doing this mural copy, right? Well, we end up, having field day paused because there was a national emergency, and that's all we were told.
Huh. Yeah.
We have no news at our
And-
school. It's a
yeah.
national emergency, they say, and we're all meeting in the gym now. Field day is over. We're going to the gym. Okay.
In my POV, I'm driving back listening to my Freak Nasty CD.
That's right. So he doesn't
deal,
have the radio on. With Josh in
Yeah.
high school, it was always Rush Limbaugh or Freak Nasty. There was only two things he would listen to, and
It's
it was
one of the two. I was fair balanced. They go.
yeah. This is
So
before
I
we
had
were.
my bazooka tube,
Mm.
8-inch bass tube in my trunk of my Mitsubishi Lancer,
bumping,
and
bumping.
I had to, bumping. And I'm listening to Freak Nasty, and sometimes I flip over to Rush Limbaugh.
So Josh is coming
just
back,
to hear what the right stuff is.
and keep in mind I'm his best friend. So I'm still thinking like, man, I got to tell him about all these victories we had without him, all these great things that happened. The cheerleaders, all the girl cheerleaders were like cheering us on. It was a big deal for a group of nerds. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, man, I got to tell him this secondhand. I wish he was here to experience it. And then we go into the gymnasium, and they gather us all around. Now, keep in mind, this is a religious school, it's a Christian school, and they bring us in the gym, and they go, something terrible's happened, and before we tell you about it, we're going to make sure that you're all saved and that you know where you're going to spend eternity before we tell you this bad news.
Yes.
And we're children, by the way,
of
children.
course.
No parents are present.
Yeah.
And so all these
I wouldn't let
kids.
'em in.
Yeah, we all get saved, and we're all, straight and narrow from this point forward. And
Romans road.
and then they say America's under attack. And what had happened during our field day was 9/11.
Yeah, by who?
Osama bin Laden. That's right. Well, now we know it's CIA,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, back then we thought it was. So.
Back then, I didn't think that was possible. Like I
No.
had the just the joy of being a young white man.
Right. Yeah. Peaceful. And so,
yeah.
So we're weeping, bro. We're weeping, and we can't see the footage. So it's being described by this fella called Uncle Ronnie, who not trustworthy. And he's saying, hey, like he said to me, this is the exact quote. He goes, in World War II, the Japanese would crash their planes as a weapon. We believe it's the Japanese. This is what they told these children. The Japanese has attacked they've attacked New York. And so Josh comes back hours later. He has no idea the world stopped spinning. Toby
Put
Keith
my
said,
hand up on your hip is playing. Windows down.
Blair in it, right?
Yeah.
And he walks back in the parking lot to see just a bunch of kids weeping and a bunch of parents there. And he's like, dude,
Well, I thought the field day had gone terribly wrong.
you're like, field day was awful, bro. Why is everybody crying? Right?
What's happening?
Yeah. And he comes up to me and he's like, bro, what happened? Did we win? Did we win? And I said, bro, they hit the Twin Towers. Japan hit the Twin Towers. And another, they've hit the Pentagon where they keep all of our weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
And
What about my field in Pennsylvania? They didn't hit my field, did they?
No, I had to break the news to him. I said, yeah, they hit your field in Pennsylvania as well. So no lie. So Josh leaves the field day to go do a mural, and he comes back to find out about 9/11.
9/11.
That was literally like our September 11th story was us getting interrupted from field day, getting saved forcefully, because the rapture
And
was
that's no way to find out about 9/11.
the worst way to find out about 9/11, brother. I mean, besides being there, I suppose. But I'm saying, like, if you're a child,
All right, maybe third worst way.
third worst way to find out about it easily. So
And I remember when when Wayne said they hit the Twin Towers, my response was, "What's the Twin Towers?"
Yeah, and then he goes, okay, well, I got the mural done from the other
Yeah,
school, and he kind of
I took spy photos of the mural.
and
We got to paint this thing.
yeah, and then our principal goes, not now, Josh. This is important. And
Luckily, for me, I was able to leave.
you did go home after that, and then they forced you to paint
had
the
a
mural.
car.
They forced you to paint the mural
Yeah.
in the school the next day, which is like,
That time, yeah.
bro, we're all sad. We don't want to be here. It's the world stopped turning. You know, like it's yeah.
9/11 on our shoulders.
Yeah, but I will say this: there was a part of me though that kind of felt relieved that I didn't have to tell you how well we were doing in field day, because it was like, oh, my boy missed this, my boy missed all the good stuff, and that kind of overshadowed, unfortunately, how well we were doing in field day. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought, how could they do good without me?
come on, that's a
And then
valid
we
point.
did.
Yeah, and then we did.
Yeah.
Top
So,
that, bro. I hope your story's happier than mine. I hope, but that is a valid memory from my
I
15-year-old,
got a
16-year-old.
couple of hot choices here. I could choose from.
Mm-hmm.
One I alluded to. Our school was a Christian school.
That's right.
Christian in name,
I'd say
not
so.
in spirit.
I'd say so. Yeah, I there's some values there that probably wouldn't align with teachers of Christ.
Well, they spell it sunrise with a S-O-N.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you may have heard about it on Bay News 9. There was
Yeah.
we were popular.
And so yeah, they got in trouble for who knows what, embezzling money.
Everything.
But there was a unique chapel event where we were all rounded up, especially they called them the Horniest Boy Club, HBC, and they made sure that the HBCs were up front, and they go, "Hey,
That's me, baby.
we got this special guest that's coming in, and he's coming in with a big book. Every year he comes in. It's a big bound book. It's white. It's leather. You got to write your name in it.
This story is about
And
me.
what we had heard is the book of life, right? Your name's got to be written in the book of life.
That's right.
But
Come on.
apparently, to be written in the book of life, we learned that it had to be written in the Golden Promise book.
Okay. I recall this. Yes.
And what this guest speaker really harped on was how special our bodies were,
Yeah, I remember that.
and that we shouldn't give them away to them nasty heathenistic women.
That's how they phrased it. They phrased it as if it was not our choice, as if it was against our will that we were hanging out with ladies after school.
Yeah, so they brought the boys in first, and then the girls. And the way they described girls is that they called them. They said not hedonistic, but heathenistic.
Not even real word,
And that's a
but
word-
yeah.
Yeah, that's a word I didn't know existed. They laid out for us that our entire life, women are going to be trying to tempt us.
This is all true.
Yeah.
We were taught this.
Our main role in life is to keep our golden promise, which means to keep I believe our flour, our buttercup.
That's right. Yeah,
You
you
know,
don't want to. Yeah,
our-
yeah. Sacred buttercup,
purity.
they called it. Yeah.
Yeah, our purity, or that's what Uncle Ronnie called it.
Yeah, he did.
Let me see that buttercup, he would say. Make sure it's still pure. So, Uncle Ronnie, rest in peace.
I think he's alive,
So-
actually.
Yeah, he's probably alive, but he
In
should be
jail.
dead.
Yeah.
So what they would do is they would say, if you want to end up in heaven,
Come on.
you have to keep the golden promise,
Come on.
and you have to sign this book. And so they had a ink blot, a quill, and each boy would have to come up and write his name.
Yeah.
And from what I remember, as a senior, I didn't pay much attention to the 11th graders besides Wayne.
Thanks, man. I
He was
appreciate
my
that.
best friend.
Yeah, I needed your guidance.
And yeah, the 11th grader signed first. And I know that Wayne wasn't good with a quill and an ink because when I went up to sign my name, it looks like he had ran out and started his name. So it just said Wang McCarty.
That's
And
That's true.
I think the special guest speaker had a problem with that. He thought Wayne was making a joke.
Because I was
of
in
his
the
golden
I was in
home.
the HBC, and I think we
Yeah,
had a
Horny Boy
reputation of always making narcy jokes.
Yeah, everything was cock, balls, Wayne. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything was just dick jokes.
Yeah, earmuffs. I'll beep that. We'll
And,
get that in post.
Yeah, thank you. And so they ended up making Wang McCarty come back up and sign it twice.
It was
Because
embarrassing, dude.
nothing binds you like your name. And if
Right.
you've ever wrestled an angel on the shore of a river,
Come
you're
on.
gonna know what's your name, right?
Come on.
And Wayne had to write his name twice.
Yeah.
So we spoke about this. I don't know if it canceled it out
Yeah.
or if it just indemnified you and made you more holy. But that's one of my core memories of you.
Is Wang
is you
W-A-N-G?
signing the Golden Crown. Yeah, the Horny Boy Club and writing Wang. And then also my other memory of you is you putting a young boy, I believe you not hog-tied him, but you made him stay on a jungle gym because you were somehow in 6th grade, you were the leader of daycare, and you said, hey, you stay here. And then you forgot about him.
Yeah, I did do that.
And then 30 years later, you met him,
He's a UFC fighter.
and you married him to his spouse. Is that true?
So, to close what Josh is saying, I did not hogtie him. That's a hate crime. But so I did put him in timeout, and I forgot that he was there. And his mom.
What grade were you in?
I was a senior, junior, senior, and he was a 6th grader. So he.
Which you had learned early childhood development, and you knew the risks here.
I was way qualified to run a daycare, 100%. So this kid called Brendan, I'm going to say his name because there's a connection here. Brendan, UFC fighter, this guy would kill me. He would break me in half. Incredible fighter. But so he is actually to this day. So we put him on timeout, and I forgot about him. It was a big deal, right? The newspapers.
You, not we. You put him in time.
Whatever. We did everything together. I put him in timeout, but Josh was there. And fast forward, no lie, 25 years, his wife is the host of From Espanol, who just crossed 100K downloads. So his wife is Alina. So imagine walking into that meeting where we're going to think about hiring Alina, and then this large black man who's just gorgeous and strong and just whatever. And he's like,
one of the handsomest men I've ever seen.
yeah, and he's like, you remember me? And I'm like, I hope. I mean, should I?
Yeah.
And he goes, you put me in timeout and never let me out. And I was like, my brother,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know how. I was a child. I shouldn't have been given the keys to the kingdom at that
I
age.
shouldn't have been. Yeah, he shouldn't have been in charge.
No, but it is fun how.
It did make him the man he is today. So you kind of are.
Come on, isn't that true? He wouldn't have won anything in the
kinda
octagon had it not been for me and leaving him on the pole all that time. Come on, I'm responsible for that, and I take ownership of it. All of his successes, none of his failures. I love that your memories of me, because my memories of you involve national events and you potentially missing out on fun. Your memories of me are me writing my name Wang in the giant Bible that was forced upon us, and me leaving a child to get heat stroke or whatnot.
Okay.
Do you have any
Do you
more
want
memories of me that are positive?
revisionist history?
I'm sorry?
Okay. You want a revisionist history of this? Okay, there was a baby deer drowning, and Wang swam out and saved it.
I did do that. Why is that revisionist? I did do that.
Okay.
People always write into our show and they're like, you guys care so much about the environment, you liberals, whatever. Yeah, I've been saving baby deers in the water since I was a child. I can help how I was born with a love for all of God's creation. Isn't that
And
what
then
Christ
you
would have for
started
us?
drowning and you it as a float, if I remember correctly, by breathing into its little lungs.
I
and
panicked.
inflating it.
I panicked, dude. Come on. I panicked. Episode 340 of our show. People, they don't know this, but when we were going to start our show back in 2016, 17, give or take, it was going to be called Private School Boys. That was going to be the bit. We were raised in a cult essentially, and we were going to yap about it. And then one night, Josh goes, "Can we do more than 10 episodes of that? Like realistically, can we more than 10 episodes of Private School
As much
Boys?"
as we gab. Yeah.
And then episode 340 of this Florida stuff. All these years later.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful, if you want to be you want to be like 240-year-old white men with a podcast, you can do that, man. Listen to this episode, follow Greg's tips, and you can be where we are, maybe with a lot of hard work.
Join the Patreon. There are secrets. There are Easter eggs, I believe, hidden on the website.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That will give you keys to success and our lecture series, our masterclass.
FMOFM podcast. That's how we pay the bills. That's realistically how we pay the bills. We got 49 seconds before this episode ends. I want to sell you on a new MLM project we're working on. But before we do that, we had a dream one time, a vision of how we were going to end this particular episode. And Josh said, when we get to 340, let me do it. Let me end it at the 30-second mark. Go ahead, Josh. Fulfill your vision.
Okay. Yeah. My vision actually, I envisioned this. I envisioned you handing it off to me.
Come on.
And then my secondary vision was me handing it back to you, and then you taking it. What is it you take?
Way down upon the Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning.